life and be happy. You know, be healthy, raise a family. Watch you do you, and watch me. Expose a little bit of me to help another one of you. My brain's on overload, my mental always on the ground, ready to fly. So free your mind, relax your spine, call an Uber, take a ride. Yo, here we go. I'm just a woman exposed.
Well, hello and welcome to Happy Hour with JVN Xspozed. I am your girl, JVN Xspozed, exposing a little bit of myself to help someone else. And today I have Tim Jones in the building, peeking around the corner. Tim, tell me, you love music. Mm-hmm. It's your go-to. I know that. I feel that. I want to know, where did it start?
Well, it started, I would say in '85. There was a VHS tape my parents bought me. It was Motown 20, I think it was 20 or 25th anniversary. I'm not sure, but that was the year Michael Jackson moonwalked across the stage for the first time, and the whole crowd went nuts. So I just sat there and learned every song, every butcher beat and break. And I learned it by, I guess, just beating on the furniture. Like my mom had this Britannica encyclopedia volume collection. I dented the front cover of almost every last one, even the index book.
Beating away.
Mm-hmm.
But they saw the talent, right?
Yeah, and I'm just thankful that they saw that and didn't, tell my backside. They just decided to invest in me and buy me a drum set, practice pads, stuff like that, lessons, the whole nine.
So, in going forward and taking lessons, did you pursue like this as a career?
Well, that was the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the plan, and life.
Life happens to all of us. I get that. So you're saying at this point you do it for the love. It's what you love to do, so you go with it.
At this point, my goal is to do it for a career. Like my day job, I want to put that on the back burner, do that part-time, and do music full-time.
I get that.
So yeah, that's the goal as of right now.
Okay, so these albums I've heard so much about. This last album, Embrace the Dance, we had to buy it. I like number 2. I like them all, but
appreciate
that number 2 on there. How did you come up with the titles for your songs, for your album, and for the music that you put in there?
Well, that process is kind of unorthodox. I think I started making remixes and producing, I would say like 2010, 2011.
Okay.
And I was drinking at that time. So I was naming stuff from around the room. Like,
are you serious?
I got a track named Heineken.
Oh my
I got a track named Light.
Let me find out.
That's
dope though, that's dope.
Like, it got to the point I started using numbers, then I started losing track of what number I'm on. So if I did a project for an artist, whatever, they have to literally write down with a pen and pad what it is if I played it for them and they liked it.
Right.
Because I forget the moment they walk out my door.
Because your mind's just going. You were sitting here and I was watching. I hear you over that time. I'm like, see, that's that artist in you. Always got music in your head. It's always there. It's amazing that you said you named something Heineken. Mm-hmm. And you just went through the room with like finding ways to name songs.
For the most part,
you were actually utilizing it all. I
think I was just drunk. I think that's
what
the basis. Yeah, it worked.
I'm sure it worked. I
Definitely.
think sometimes the best creative moments is when you're not trying. And it just naturally happens and it just flows. No matter which way it comes, you could be drunk, you could be sober. But I think sometimes when you got that vibe and you listening, you got the drinks in you, that's
kind of a two-edged sword. It's like a 50-50 thing. Sometimes I come up with a pot of gold. And I go back and listen to it like, man, that's dope. Or I thought I had a pot of gold. Both I'm doing while intoxicated. And I wake up the next morning like, I about to hear that Ep5 track. What the fuck is this? I do it all the time.
That's what I knew you was gonna say.
It's a two-edged sword, yeah.
I get that. It's funny though, the way you say you put it on and you wake up, what the fuck is this?
Literally.
Have you had plenty of songs that you've had to just throw away to the side? It just didn't go. It just didn't work.
Okay, here's the story with that. I am known for my recycle bin. I'm, like Erykah Badu say, they sensitive about my shit. So I'm a nitpicker. Because I'm a perfectionist, I gotta have it right. And if I get bored with it like too fast, trash. It'll never see the light of day.
Really?
So
wow.
People started finding out about that. So what happened? I got drunk. I had to go to the men's room. And a group of people I had there, they just went through my trash. And I was like, yo, what's this? I said,
are you serious?
Yeah. So I actually got 2 albums that was literally recycle bin music.
That's dope, though.
I have a rap artist by the name of Nizam. He's on social media as L. David Stewart. His album,
I know, Stewart. Okay.
his entire album was out the recycle bin.
Are you serious?
Literally.
Wow, I'm gonna have to look that up so I can listen to it now. You say it was recycled. Now you got me curious, like, what did you trash? It turned around and people just started going through it and you had to recycle it, bring it back out, bring life to it.
Mm-hmm.
So being an artist, would you say that it's sometimes good to have a second ear to things or open personalities around to kind of...
Well, I would say to each his own. Me, I was just a little bit more hands-on, and because I analyze almost everything, like the fact that I even walked through your front door, I was analyzing everything I was, seeing walking through here. So when I put my first album out, I wanted to get the feedback. So what I did was I put the album up after like about a month of it being out, and I asked the question, what don't you like about this album?
Oh, that's dope. That's a good one.
So everything that, they commented, all the feedback, I wrote it down. So that's my DNA for that particular community or whatever music I provided for that community. So if I ever go back and do another album, I don't deviate from that skeleton.
I like that. That makes sense. So it's not the same, but still it's another, someone's opinion.
Yeah, so in layman's terms, I got their feedback.
Right.
I got their ear and let them hear what, what's going on, and I got what I wanted. I wanted to know what don't work.
Right.
Because we already know what's good, so now we got to focus on what don't work.
So I have my brother. He's a rapper, and he's good.
Okay.
But the one thing I felt that I could give him advice on is that he looked for people to just put him on. And I had to let him know it don't just happen like that. So what would you say to someone that's young, in their 20s, that's actually trying to do their thing and be successful in that? Because I know you said this was your career goal in the beginning too, and now you're going back towards that. What would you say to a person at that age that's trying to start and pursue their dream and what they love when it comes to the artist side of it?
Okay. Well, before I answer that, I'm gonna kind of like jack your seat for a little bit. I got some questions. So look, what's my camera right here? Okay. So, first off,
Stand up.
what kind of rap? Is it the Shelter Adidas kind of thing? Is it the New York God, is that kind of thing? Or is it the I got money over here, I got money over? Is it that kind, or? No,
it's more real life.
Okay.
Life experiences,
Okay.
grinding.
Okay, kind of like
More like an underground vibe.
motivational kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say mostly is be diligent. Like, you are your publicist. So instead of, and I see it all the time, like, I see people that want to do music on social media and they spend all their time posting dumb stuff on social media. Like, if you look at a lot of these big corporate businesses, you see those little ads on the side. Yeah, that's what they're using Facebook for. So you got to have that kind of mindset. So anytime you get on Facebook, let that be about your business. You know, let that be about, hey, I got a mixtape coming out, free download over here. Your job is to be your own publicist, to get the word out.
That's a good message.
And secondly, I would say competitions. You know, get into like battles and stuff like that, because it's one thing to know that you are dope, but you know you're dope.
That was my point.
So you don't know who's doper than you out there.
Absolutely.
That will crush and destroy your life with a bar. You know what I'm saying?
Make me cringe when you say it.
Like,
wow.
Perfect example. I know that's a lot of noise right now, but perfect example. Like, I started playing drums, and what I did was I got pretty good, and I just wanted to know what else was out there. So I heard about this Guitar Center drum-off competition, like in the I want to say like early 90s, like 91, 92. Okay, I walked in that door thinking I'm, big dog. It was this white Def Leppard looking white guy. I mean, he threw the book at everybody, and I'm like, I didn't even place that day. I got all of that. I took that little bus ride home and thought real long and hard, from Cicero all the way back to where my mama stayed, and I just regrouped. So that next year, I was ready. Right. I placed that year.
You gotta get out there and expose yourself and see what's out there.
So I didn't win that year. I placed.
Okay.
I had to come back.
Climbing the ladder.
So once I started sharpening myself off the other people that I'm seeing, because energy is something you get off of anybody. You know what I mean? Whether it's a bum, it don't matter. You get energy off of whoever comes in your path. So if you get around rappers or people that's like-minded like you may kind of evolve by learning little tidbits that they have that they probably not even paying attention to. Like, yeah, that was dope. I'm gonna put that on my, put that in my little library and see how that works.
Right.
So just getting out there, seeing where the people are. And then last but not least, don't wait for somebody to call you if nobody knows you.
Okay. I like that.
You gotta get out there with your free CDs or whatever and talk to these club owners. Get into, like the Elbow Room had this Battle of the Bands thing. You can do that because they battle for, I think their rule was it had to be your original music. You can't do anybody else's song, any covers or whatever. So that'd be right up his alley.
It makes sense, especially me not being a person on your level, being in the world of music. I love music, but I couldn't give him that advice. I couldn't give other people that advice because I don't know and I haven't experienced it. The fact that you've experienced it is that's the best way to learn. Someone giving you some insight to what they experienced and which way they went and the constructive side of it. I like that too because you, like you said, you didn't place. You went back the next time you placed. So that to me are good messages for people that's out there trying to start off and do something. And sometimes you don't have the support, you don't have your friends, sometimes you don't have the family. So I appreciate that.
No, not a
I
problem.
want to know from you, when making your music and what you do, I know it's time consuming. How do you juggle being a family man, bringing together these albums that are bomb ass albums, I love it, and then having a day job? How do you combine the time? Because I know you do shows. I know you skate because I skate, so I know all of that side of the nightlife. But how do you do the day life with that?
I would say it takes practice. It doesn't, fold out the way you want to when you first, try to juggle all that in balance, giving, your family their time and, you gotta lay down, go to work the next day, you come home with whatever energy you still got, you know what I'm saying? You try to, balance out. It's kind of hard. There have been plenty of nights I overlapped. Like, there was one particular time, quick story. It was another marriage. This particular year, we had one car. So my responsibility is to pick my wife up from the red line at 10:30. The album that I was working on was so dope, I forgot all about it. My only notification that I forgot was her walking through that door at 12 midnight. Like, I ought to throw all this stuff away. You left me. I walked.
Oh my goodness.
It happened. And I had no clue that time ran like that, but I was really like into it. Like, you'd just be surprised how fast that time goes once you are enthroned in something. And that's just my thing. Once I start on something, I see it to the end.
You're engaged and your mind goes. And then by it being something you love, I'm sure that's another way you get lost in it.
True. I mean, it's like asking a guy a question during the Super Bowl. Like, he's like, oh, wait a minute. That's me.
You either say yes or wait a minute.
Exactly.
I get that. Do you have a favorite on your last album, Embrace the Dance? Do you have a favorite one song that you just, when you go right to it and you just got to hear it because you really like the way it played out?
Yeah, I do.
What is it?
I remixed a song that was covered by Robert Glasper.
Okay.
He did a cover. The song was originally recorded by Nirvana called Teen Spirit. And the way he did like this neo-soul, kind of jazzy, hip-hop kind of feel to it. And I liked it, but it was kind of fast for the dance community. So I put it at the right tempo. I did a little instrumentation to make it a little bit more stepperish. And voila, that's what I had.
Okay, and that's one of your go-tos you like to hear?
That's actually my favorite on the album. Now, the funny part about it, I would give that same album to all the stepping DJs in Chicago. Everybody have their favorite. I would hear different things in different clubs.
Really?
So it just trips me out what people's favorites are.
So for those that don't know, you make music for steppers, right?
That's one hat.
That's one hat. So what's the other hat?
Honestly, it's wherever the wind blows when it comes to when I sit down. Like I got hip hop artists I produce for. I got stepping music, and I literally started making skate music.
Okay.
So what happened was a stepper that skates came in like, man, they playing your stuff at Club Karma. I'm like, for real? So I went over there and checked it out. Lo and behold, they is killing that, eating it up. I'm like, okay, so now I got to straddle both sides of the fence. And that's kind of a holy grail kind of thing among the steppers and the skaters, because some people, like other producers, they make skate music, but it's not danceable.
Right.
Or they'll make a stepper song and it's not skatable.
That's very true.
I ride the fence.
And that's actually good because I'm a roller. I love skating. And
okay.
then I'm trying to dabble into stepping. So
do
when
you
it
do the
comes
big
to,
wheel? Go on.
Yeah, I can do that,
Okay.
I'm a little rusty.
Do the nutcracker thing with you?
Nah, I can't. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Nah, I can't do that.
Okay.
But being a person, that comes from the background of skating all my life, I could see you straddling the fence. That would be probably fun for me, because me wanting to be into the stepping world and then the skating world, I want to be able to switch it around. I want to hear your music on both sides. I would want to hear that. And I think what you said makes sense, to not be one way, to be and a variety of. So that makes you make more money too. You appeal to more than one crowd.
I understand.
Now, my last question would be the age bracket. Because we rollers, we know there's all ages skating. So your music does appeal to more than one crowd. You have the steppers, and then we have skaters. How far back in age do you say people are listening to your music?
There was a young lady that put a video on my wall. I can't remember how many years ago it was, and her kids in the back seat was just rocking out to my music, and she just started to record and just showed me that. I was just blown away. These are 7, 8-year-old, and they
So
Tim
it can
Jones
go
in
back
the
as
building.
far.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
when
really
you
can.
hear it, when you listening to it, it's just like the vibe is there. So I could see that the kids, they should love it. But I just was curious. But to hear that story that they was that young in the back seat just vibing to it, but you know, it's catchy. Tim Jones in the building, you know, I hear it all the time.
It's a blessing and a curse.
What's the curse?
So that name came from.
I just gotta hear.
See, I just started and I said my name is Tim Jones. And I do recognize the fact that I just touched my mic right there, you know, but it's cool. It's cool. So
can't
check this
stand
out.
up. It'll
I
be
just
all
said my name was Tim Jones. And the first skate track I did was a rock tune called Black Dog by Led Zeppelin. It was a weird song because it got a rhythm, then it stops. Then you start saying some little chant, then they start to da 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 da, then they start back when it stops. But that's not skatable because it stops. So I just had to put my spin on it. And when I made it, I was just completely different. And that was like the biggest fear because I didn't know how they was gonna take it. It was one particular vein that they skate to, and I'm all the way over here with something totally different. So
But it works.
it was just nervous. I was just a nervous wreck that night. So when they played it, that particular track was too short. It was 1 minute long. So the DJ was like, yo, I need you to make this longer. Now, this particular track, I actually paid for. I didn't have no equipment. I went to a studio and made it from scratch.
Okay.
Did the remix, chopped up the samples and the instrumentation. I was just doing it straight from whatever controller he had. Horse Drawn Studios, Eric and Yoder. Please go see him. Anyway, so
Love it.
when I came back with the other rendition, no, I take that back. On my way back to the studio, I was trying to think of how I want this to be better. Because I'm a perfectionist, I gotta improve what I did.
Absolutely.
So on the way there, I'm listening to it, I'm playing it over and over again. It's only 1 minute, so I just keep going, you know. So I'm playing it over and over again, and I just kept saying, Tim Jones. Wait, Tim Jones? No, that ain't cool. Tim Jones in the building. So once I understood what I really wanted to roll with, I know it's funny.
I can see it. Just trying to see which tone sound good. Does it sound a little soft, sound a little hard?
Yeah, I just got to figure it out. So I get back, and honestly, my intention wasn't to put that on the album. So what happened was we was done, and he was like, well, I know I already mic'd the drums up. You want to go in there and play too? I said, fuck it. I went in there and played it, and I had to reformat the song. So when I reformatted it, I had to make a little section for a drum solo now. So I did that, mimicking a song called Dragon Attack. I did the exact same solo starting out, blah, blah, blah. So done with that. He was like, well, I got the vocal booth in there. You want to go in? I said, okay. I don't know. I was working on it in the car, so I'm going to go ahead and try Tim Jones. No, this one, Tim Jones. I'm going to use that one.
I love that, though.
I did it one take. He was like, all right, cool. You good with that? Perfectionist like I am, I put a 3-part harmony like I'm the 5 Heartbeats. And I harmonized my own name. So now I'm nervous because I'm singing on a freaking skate track. Who does that?
You, Tim Jones.
So I gave it to the DJ, nervous as shit. I sat, you been in the ring before?
Yeah.
I sat all the way by the pops.
You sat.
I'm like this.
Trying to see who vibing to it tonight. And if they knock
So
you
when it
down,
came on, I'm like, oh shit, my heart like this. They about to bomb the shit out. They about to boo me like it ain't nobody's business. Let me see how it go. So he played it, and I say they just
Went
loved
crazy,
it.
did
Like
they?
they really loved how I did it. So here's the end part of the story. So now it's in rotation. All the skating rinks are playing it.
Yep.
Everybody loved it because it's something new. It's something different. So it was a more requested track. So any skate session, they do segments. They start off slow with some kind of
Yep.
slow, little funky, speed it up, high energy. All right, we're gonna break it down to ladies only or women's
Yep.
skate.
That's exactly how it
Just so
goes.
happens, every time I walk in the skating rink, they always start with the slow one, and mine is the slowest out of all the tracks he had. Mine is like what, 82 BPMs.
Okay.
So as soon as I walk in, they playing the song. So while everybody's singing, I'm walking in, they turn around, oh shit, he really is in the building. Tim Jones in the building. Yeah, you playing that, didn't you? You just go too far with these stuff, boy. You just playing that cool.
I can't lie.
Bro,
when
I
it
like
come
that
on,
in
you
you.
looking around like, wait, yeah, because it just, when you hear it, it automatically, you vibing, but you want to see the person that did it. You see him on a regular sometimes, so it's like, to actually hear it played, it
Yeah.
always make you look around and want to see what everybody doing, and it rocks. I love it.
It does, but that's what
The blessing and the
started
curse.
the part of me hating it, because people, that's him, Tim Jones. I got tired. This went on for at least
Now.
5 years.
It ain't gonna stop.
I still get it.
It's not gonna stop.
still
I'm
get
just
it.
letting you know it's never
I
gonna
know.
stop.
I know.
Okay,
So that's my curse.
that's your curse, but it's still a blessing. It's everything you wanted to. What's wrong with the water?
I'm sorry, this ain't water. This is
It's clear. 1800 in there.
no. This is this nice little you dig that I really shouldn't be drinking right now. So this is what you do. If y'all stay tuned, at the end of this, I'm gonna tell you what I'm drinking. Boom.
Well, in that order, I guess we're gonna say that we're gonna have them stay tuned because we're ending this, and I love the fact that you're gonna tell us what that is.
Oh, okay. Also, this nice little sweat I'm wearing. There is a very good positive bass player by the name of Swole. He has his own clothing line, so if you can log on to faithmoves.com, he has jackets, hats, any kind of paraphernalia. It's kind of dope. So about this drink, we're going to get to that in a minute. But look, this is also what you can do. Like me on Instagram,
There you go.
TJIB in HD. You heard? So this is also what you can do.
Stand up.
You can subscribe. See, I got to put my preacher voice on. You can subscribe to my website, www.thetimjonesexperience.com. There you can get a good bio, all the latest and greatest, what I have to offer, music, photo gallery, things I've done, people I work with, blah, blah, blah. All that nice stuff on there. And where you can purchase music is Bandcamp. Tim Jones in the building. That's all you gotta do. Go to bandcamp.com, search Tim Jones in the building. And last but not least, I have this brand new song. I work with a singer by the name of Carmichael Lover, music lover. I messed up your name, bro. The song is called Chicago Style. We are shooting a video probably in the next month or so stay tuned.
Well, stay tuned. Go buy this album.
Oh, and a drink.
We did.
So when I'm drinking, it's like effing / icy water.
So fancy,
Nice.
mature name. I love it. check out the album. It is Embrace the Dance. It got me laughing. I'm sorry. It's Embrace the Dance. You'll like it. You'll love it. If you're a stepper, you're definitely going to love it. If you're a roller, you're still going to love it. Because I do, and I do both in that order. Stop looking at my camera.
I'm just a little jealous right now. You
Why?
got the whole little shot over there.
It's the braids.
I got to share this shot with you.
It's the braids. I'm not in your shot.
Yo, what's up? This music just makes me feel free, you know? Here we go. I'm just a woman exposed, opinionated and hated. I captivate every smile. Ain't no way that I'm faking. Make my way from the bottom to the top. Check my tempo, check my avenue. I'm screaming out my flow. Yo, yeah, I just wanna live life and be happy, you know? Be healthy, raise a family. Watch you do you, and watch me.